All right. Yeah, I do have a printer going off there, which is making a lot of noise. And that is the quieter of the two printers, so we'll see. If the background noise is too much, then I'll just press the mute button like this. But hello, happy Monday. What's going on, folks? Yeah, we're 70%. We've got I'm printing out Granny's Cottage full at the moment. And it's 70% done, so see how it goes. Fluent Code, hello. How was your weekend? I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. Terrible weekend for me. Most of the fact that my phone is kaput, basically. Sort of. Very tedious. Took a day off work especially to catch an entire Badger stream. Oh, we need to work on our scheduling. Yeah, well, I've got my coffee. I've got my tea. I said coffee. It's actually a cup of tea. I felt like today was a tea day. I don't really know what we're doing today. I was planning on doing something else, but then that went sideways. So I'm now just rolling up my sleeves and playing for time while I think. I see some artillery we can paint. What's up, Dave? Well, dude, calm your frickin' farm. 6 minutes and 40 seconds into the stream. How you doing, dude? What's going on? Never. One day. Hope springs. I don't know. I can't remember what the phrase is. Hope springs eternal. You're at work. I hope you had a good weekend, dude. Some relaxation. My phone. This bad boy is 4 years old, and it's finally. Well, I've been struggling with it for the last few months. Like for the battery side of things. It is starting to definitely show its age. It needs like constant charging. Well, it needs charging every day basically, but which has been fine, truth be told. But the issue is the charging port. Like if I know this is a USB thing, but if I just slide this in there, like, hold on. See how much waggle room? These just fall out. So charging, I have to have the cable completely flat. I have to, because the cables are invariably bendy and wavy, I have to make sure there are books on it to sort of flatten the cable out so it doesn't drive me around the bend. But over the weekend, I had it charging overnight. I woke up and then I woke up late because my alarms didn't go off because the cable had fallen out and not charged and the phone had died. Gotten to the end of my tether with it. First week of school holidays. Really? I thought school holidays began earlier in July. Am I completely... It's been so long since I've been at school. I can't remember. What have you been up to then? So, of course, the missus has to be in school and the little one doesn't. Well, obviously. That makes sense. It was, you spent 4 years looking for a Forge World Chaos Knight that I had in storage. It was staring you in the face. Hey, dude, listen. Better late than never. I'm glad you've got it finally. Which Forge World Chaos Knight was it? I have cleaned the port. Yes, I have cleaned the port. I will clean it again. But I have cleaned it. No, well the thing is, I used like when I was like working full time for Disney, I used to get phones all like every year. As they came out, I invariably got a new phone. My last couple of phones, I've just been a lot more kind of. Well, I've stopped getting them all the time. It was ridiculous. So I ended up buying this one, 2021, and it's lasted 4 years without good behavior, done well. So I don't mind that. It's just I was hoping it would last 1 year longer. Truth be told, I really don't want to buy a phone right now. All those terrible people out of jobs in the phone shops. Yeah, I know. The one with the spiky carapace. Hold on. Let me see if I can Google this. Forge World. Chaos Knight. Oh, okay, I know the one. It's weird they don't still do that, because like I like that kit. And you would have thought, oh, I know they're doing plastic things, aren't they, as well? But you would have thought Forge World would continue to do a few things more. Bit sad that they don't. Yeah. I completely forgotten about that one, truth be told. I completely forgotten about that particular kit. Hopefully. This one? Because this is a very cool one. I dig it. No, they bloody well didn't fluent code. And while I'm at it, they didn't bloody ask me about more time either. Alright? Utter toe rags. No, I remember this kit coming out, I think. Or I remember seeing it and going, ooh, hello. You're actually interesting. Outrageous. Tell me about it. It's sickening. Absolutely sickening. There we go. Such is life. I mean, truth be told, I would have had Forge World continue making everything. Even probably at a loss, in fact. As long as broad-shouldered Games Workshop can carry the weight, Forge World should continue operating at a loss. Obviously paying all their staff and stuff, but like, you know, it should be what's the term? I don't even know if it's the right word. Is it a loss leader? That sounds like a word. I'm having to Google it what it means. Loss leader. Is a product or service sold at a price below its market cost, or even below its cost to produce, to attract customers to a business. Yo, I know business words. I don't know anything about business, obviously, but, you know. I've heard of things. So yes, I have been thinking about this. I did a Friday stream, by the way. I might start doing it, like, I was doing some recording. I was doing some recording, and I thought, you know what, I might as well throw the camera on. See what's going on. Basically, yeah. Let me throw some light on this bad boy. Have him finished. I'm pretty happy with him for a sort of supposed test miniature. He's not perfect by any stretch of any imagination, but I did finish him. We added some blood onto some barbed wire that we slapped on the floor. It's not, you know, it was quick and dirty, but I'm happy. I need to take some fancy pictures of it. I finished this as well. Who I am actually happy, like, I wasn't expecting to like this blue, weirdly. As a fabulous ultramarine collector, I wasn't really sure if I was going to like the blue, but I did. We added some blood. We added some blood on his claws. We got him finished for like a vaguely sort of rough test scheme. What's up, Gabba? How you doing, dude? Biker boy. Because it's not like Forge World was one bloke in a garage with a stonking great 3D printer. Hey. Plural. It could easily be, though. With the current rate of production, yeah. At least Forge World had stock. That is very true. So, Gabba, happy Monday to you, dude. What's cracking? Saturnine, it is a... Well, it's a 3D print. I managed to get my hands on. The person was going to expand it, but they since got bonked, I believe, by Captain G-Dubs. But I'm very happy I have this because this was fun to paint. I am thinking about talking about Saturnine. I am really thinking about it. It should actually be reading £10. Because the £30, we had a very nice, very kind donation for that small bit of artillery, that 3D printable thing. That was very generously gifted to us last week. So I am thinking, I'm honestly thinking this box set we're gonna nuke that goal, and I'm thinking potential bolt action. That might be a nice break from GW as a thing. Not massively feeling the Saturnine box at the moment. I was sort of like, ooh, and then went, ooh, and then up again. When I put that goal there, we were going up. I was like, ooh, yes, I'm actually going to like this. And then, like, in the last week or so, I've gone, and thinking bolt action instead. Yeah, third party indeed, Dave. It's more of a Saturnine. It is really large. And also the model is really large. For example, I give you Tweedledum and Tweedledee. It's taller than a Boxnaut. So complicated. Conflict 47. Well, the thing is, we did look at this stuff, right? I have been eyeing up this, to be honest, because it comes with some sweet scenery as well. But we did look at Conflict 47. The issue was, like, which put me off it initially, right? I think I'd only clicked on new releases, and I instantly saw these spider tanks, which I'm not massively keen on. And these walkers, not massively keen on them. But so basically, as soon as I saw the spider walkers and these weird walkers there, spider tanks even, I kind of thought, you know what, that's not actually... Wait, let me see the alert. Thank you very much for the alert, Reno. 25 months, you legend. How you doing, dude? Happy Monday. What's going on? Exclamation mark hype. Do you want the rest of the Grimguard files? I mean, I'm not going to say no. Because they have been... I am really enjoying painting that. Reno, what's going on, dude? All good here. Built an Outrider. You filthy rascal. Gabba, did you? I assume we'll get around to the Friday thing. Biker Khan, finally. It is a Monday for sure. I do apologize if you hear noise. It's the printer right there. I'm printing out a bit of scenery. It's taking... I think it said 35 hours or something. We're at 70%. So, we're basically looking at a project or something as a sort of a break from Warhammer in general. Not that I don't think I'll ever truly drop GW as a miniature painting like stuff, because I like generally like their the aesthetic and stuff. However, there is life outside of GW. I thought, you know what? Let's go a little bit further out. Like just down the road in Nottingham. I think they're based in the same town, right? Warlord? Is that correct? Have a wrestle with your conscience, and if Evil Badger wins, Fluent Code, thank you very much. Regardless of what I do, and unfortunately my conscience does weigh heavy on my shoulders. A lot. Unfortunately, sometimes Naughty Badger wins, though. The conflict stuff. Okay, so let's try and stay on topic, shall we? Just for a little bit longer. I'd only really seen the US and the Axis, right? Miniatures. And I basically stopped there because I didn't kind of like... wasn't massively keen on them, truth be told. These ones. These things. Spider Walkers, no interest. USA. Now, I don't know. Kodiak. I mean... is this American? Kodiak would... that sounds Russian. Metal and resin. Based on the Grizzly okay, maybe it is the liked by the US troops. Okay. I do like that. But then I saw there was a British Commonwealth. As a British person, as an Englishman, I saw this boy right here and thought, hello. You chunky beast. Russian bears, yeah. How dare you betray James Workshop? That's exactly Reno. Same industrial estate. It's the same industrial estate, really. I knew it was like, or at least I was really under the impression it was in the same area. I didn't realize it was the same industrial estate. Well, because I know a lot of the people went over, didn't they? Paul Sawyer was with Warlord right up. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Kodiak is it now? I didn't know that. Well, Alaska and Russia are basically touching, aren't they? Almost. Or are they entirely touching? My geography knowledge, welcome. So, this is the... oh, this is through the Allied Lend-Lease arrangement. Terrible. Utterly terrible. Can't we come up with our own guns and things? This is the Grizzly. Oh, this is American as well. Okay. This is Allied. But here we go. Robots. Sweet, sweet robots. With guns. And helmets for some reason. But okay. These ones don't even have legs. They just have sweet, sweet tracks, and they've still got their arms. Or machine gun arms. There's a jackal. Airborne troops. So anyway, the thing was, I'd basically kind of... I mean, look, they got dog troops. I'd basically sort of talked myself out of Conflict 47 to begin with. And honestly, I'm really just flat out looking at the Germans. I've got to figure out exactly, like... I think a starter army would be probably the thing to do. Or a starter army and a... what do they call it? Like a... the bloody word I'm looking for? add-on set. Russia steals tech from Germans and allies. The naughty boys. Naughty, naughty boys and girls. So yeah, I am basically contemplating just like completely bonking the Horus Heresy goal. So that we could add something a little bit more to this channel rather than nothing but GW. Pegasus Bridge keeps calling to me though. Japan is good. Are you drinking gruel? Basically, I'm drinking. This is my lunch. It's basically what do they call it? Those oat things? Soaked in milk. I've been dribbling. I didn't close the lid properly, so it's been leaking. Right. Freshly washed shorts. I'm wearing shorts today. There you go. Thank you very much. Cyber Samurais. I reckon we'll do this as a goal because, frankly, it's got scenery, it's got sweet miniatures on both sides, and it's got a sweet bridge. Let's have a look at Imperial Japan though quickly. Oh yeah, no, I remember we looked at these on Friday, I think, and my first thought was the bloody Tau. I looked at these ones and thought, oh god, that's Tau, surely. Ghost Warriors. The Tau don't have ghost. Was it ghost keels? Is that the only ghost action that they have? But it's looking very Tau-ish, unfortunately. I know that's a bit unfair. Shudder, exactly. I mean, let's hear shuddering at this. It's got mango flavor in it. I don't really know if it's... I don't know. Anyway, it's all right. How dare you compare them to Tau? I'm sorry, but seriously. I know it's unfair, but unfortunately, that's life. I don't think we looked at the Soviet bloc though, did we? Oh, we did. I remember these weird dozer blade type things at the front. Oh god, they had the bears as well. The Ursus infantry. I have no idea what that weapon is. Sonic? Do you reckon Sonic? Terror Squad. Some half-naked geezers with knives. No, I know they're supposed to be the space weebs, which is why they're so terrible. Such is life, though. Right. Sunday preview. We get some Black Templar action. Ancient? So sorry. I'm so sorry. The Crusade Ancient. Coming up this weekend. Nice. Hey, what's up first? How you doing, dude? They're really good. Dave, so have you played Conflict 47? Honored first, happy Monday to you. Hope you're well. What's going on, dude? The Execrator. Got an angry sort of chaplain. I didn't think the chaplains were supposed to take their helmets off. I could be really mistaken on that. Okay. And I know technically he's got a different name. And he's just really devoted. He might not be a chaplain. He's like an almost chaplain, but not. That's Mandalore. Hold on. Is it? I know nothing about the Mandalorians. But I thought the chaplains were not supposed to take their helmet off. A lot like, I was going to say a lot like Judge Dredd. Black Templar, the space races. Are the other space races think, well, that's a tad much? I can't really. Well, I really like the Black Templars. Prepping some burgers for dinner. How many are you gonna have? This is the new. What's the word? Combat Patrol. It's some Sword Brethren. Emperor's Child. A child of the Sorry. Emperor's Champion, my bad. No Emperor's Children involved in this one. The Black Templars, so Emperor's Champion. Blade Guard Veterans. 5 Brethren and 10 Crusaders. Now, I do wonder if the old box set is gone. Chaplains usually keep them on. That's what I thought. They've just been whipping them off all over the place recently. It's I'm not been happy to see it. Is this box set still around? The old Gav, thank you so much. Thank you so much for You know what? I thank you so much for reminding me of how much I love that show. And thank you for your sweet, sweet biddies. I don't even know what to say about that. Thank you. It does look like you got a bit of space going on. Yes. Well, we need to do more tidying. I was hoping to do more tidying over the weekend, but we got really sidetracked. I don't. Yeah, we have cupboard space. I got printers. Hello. This bad boy's turned on at the moment. Like that one's whizzing away. That one's doing nothing. Yeah, we do have some space. But I'm printing some scenery. How have you been, dude? What's been new? What is up? Chaplain with half a face? Biker Chaplain is still one of my all-time favorite minis. I do love that mini. Depends on the situation usually. Obviously, if they have to take them off in combat. That's true, yeah. Why just get one? Why get one when you can get 3? Admittedly, I only have 2, but you could get 3. A lot has been going on. Hopefully good, right? Hopefully good rather than evil. Yeah? Taking the helmet off is usually reserved for other Astartes or Vips. Sign of respect. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Well, that I can understand that, but I was just like generally under the impression, you know, they're too pretty to. They're a bit like, you know, what's his name? They're too pretty to risk getting scratches on etc. on their face. 50-50. Oh bloody hell! Bloody hell, Gav. Not good. Well, the good 50 is good. Those are rookie numbers though, obviously, right? We want to ramp ramp those up a little bit. There've been chaplain models without. Yeah, I know, but like I've not really paid attention. I've not really paid attention to them massively. Weirdly, I don't know. Average humans get the skull helmet. Oh, well, there we go. I got to finish this off. By the way, it's basically milk and some water. And if I don't finish, if it gets to room temperature, like it's liable to with that bad boy and the lights going, it does turn more gruely. But I would like to finish this ASAP. Really, I do apologize for what I'm about to do. Sort of. All right. Just so you know, Work is on the agenda. I will change the camera a little bit. I think what we need to do is... She is PG. Alright, she's PG. She has underwear on and everything. I think we're going to get her... We're going to attach her other leg. Get that chair stuck together. I have resin on my hat. Oh my god. That is not good. I shouldn't have been wiggling that leg around. Apparently there was some uncured resin in there. Jesus Christ. That's been a long time since that's happened. Live and on air. Poverty porridge. Well, welcome to... Well, listen. Ever since my phone decided to go tits up, I'd had vague things like I was slowly wanting to... Obviously, we have, like, stream goals, right? Because apparently, like, a long time ago, I didn't used to have stream goals. And I was having a chat with another streamer, and they said, well, you might as well have goals, right? Because, like, there are people out there who might be in, like, a, you know, generous mood or whatever, supportive mood or whatever the hell, you know, they might be in the mood to donate some money. If you didn't have a goal, they might think, oh, well, they, you know, all's groovy. And they go to someone else. And I thought, well, you know what? That's fair. We'll slap a goal up just so that we can have, you know. So we are going to change that to the Pegasus Bridge. I'm very concerned about this leg. We're not twerking on air. It is hollowed. Yeah. I thought I'd wiggled it around. I printed this out ages ago as well. That is a concern. We got the rest of her leg here. Because they are like hollowed top and bottom. It's not just like one hole and that's it. I promise. I'm not a complete lunatic. See, we do have holes all over the place. She's very holy. Occasionally, apparently, I got a really... I think this is one of my almost first prints back with this new resin, in fact, so... Not that it's an excuse, of course, but... Have I done anything to cure the insides? Well, well, the hole was up here, was like... It's this big. Beyond that, I don't really know what to do. It was, at least I thought, rinsed well enough, cleared well enough, but evidently a tiny little bit broke free. That rarely happens. But evidently, I need to double check before I... in future. Holy pants, indeed. She has got underwear on. UV LED. I think I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? I know you can get like a UV pen thing. I think we're going to have that UV LED. I think might be the move, though. I might have to get on that one. Thank you. Or cure it in water. I'm not. I'm not massively keen on curing it in water. I don't like the idea of it because it's... The resin's still going to get out there, and then people... I'm not saying everyone. Not everyone will get out there and just, like, yeet that water into the... down the drains. And then I will join them in becoming an evil polluter. I will join the water polluting companies, but not be paid a rise of what the hell it was. I actually gave up looking at the news. I hate watching the news. Wash it again, make sure the hole's not blocked. Suck it out with a straw. Reno, I like your thinking. Crazy. Yeah, if you don't, you risk it exploding later down the line. I know, I do know that. I do normally rinse the bollocks out of it. Evidently I did in this case, so. I think I was just too whatever the word was. Impatience to get this kit in my hands. You know what I mean? Right, so we are going to glue her together. I was just making sure that literally... She might have underwear on, but it's very tight underwear. The water reflects UV light into areas that it can't normally. You can't rinse semi-cured resin. I have done airbrush in the past, yes. I have done that in the past. Things do normally get a damn good shake. It's just very strange. Very, very strange. Anyway, let's get gluing these together. Right. We have more glue. Happy day. And then sieve it off. You get it all though, that's the real question. What about the little microbes? The microplastics. Oh, hello. What's everyone up to today, folks? Tell me what you're up to, because we're working at the speed of a startled slug. Mm-hmm. Where's your old leggy? Alright. Meh, who cares? Some of us have to. I usually use water washable and rinse everything down the sink. As I understand it now, thing about water washable, I've been in the past, I've been thoroughly put off it in general, but like water, you can tell me if you use it. What is it like when it comes to being brittle? I have in the past, like I've heard a lot of people say water washable is more prone to be brittle. Obviously, I've not used it, so I don't know. Is that hearsay? Not the band? That used to be a band, right? In the late 90s, early 2000s. Am I mistaken? Hey, Solo, what's going on, dude? Happy Monday to you. All right. Happy days. Put this lid on. I just stopped throwing my models out of upstairs windows for YouTube clicks, and then the brittleness will... I've never actually seen someone do that. I've only been... This is like only on Discord that I've seen people say anything about the water's brittleness. So maybe I'm missing out on an entire load of content. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did see a title card, I think, and someone they weren't. I don't think they were throwing it out of a window upstairs. They were doing something extreme, which you wouldn't normally do, unless you were gaming on the top floor and just like, screw you, Dreadnought, out of the window you go. 3D print running. Likewise, I got one going right now. I got a big old building. It seems to be going okay. I think that, I mean, one thing got knocked over. One thing got knocked over, and I do see one stringy bit. I do see one stringy bit, but we will. I'm going to have to Google and figure out optimum ways of laying out a plate on an FDM printer. I've literally my first hobby thing on a print on one of those printers. I don't really know much about how to lay out those build plates. Sort of cut down on things getting knocked over, etc. But we are printing out not smokehouse. We're just printing out something very basic. Printing out this one right here. You did an orc and it came out perfect? Hell yes, that's what we want. So I've got this all printing on one plate, right? The long old print. And I think, so the door which goes in here, this door, the front door, if you will, that was lying on one side, and that has been knocked over, but it has been finished by the looks of it. So I don't think we've got any losses there. And we're above, it's up to about here, actually. It's around about 70%. And it's on one end, so. Paul, hello. Water washable, in my experience, is less brittle. Ooh, okay. Out of interest, so, okay, as I've never used it, as we've discovered, how do you go about, what's your process for cleaning those minis? I would like to know genuinely. Like, I've not something I've really looked into. I've been more siding on the side of the alcohol. 3D prints. 3D prints. Like cover water and a soft brush. Yeah, I do that with the soft brush as well. Look away, Reno. Hold on. Excuse me, I missed out on. I remember them. They had the pretty girl who has a successful career after, and the guy who got called Shrek. Wait, what? What? The guy who got called Shrek? Print it, rinse it in the sink, chuck it out on the windowsill for a few. Well, that's basically what I did in the past, yeah. I do like what I'm currently doing. Apart from that weird bit of resin which just happened, but we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. We're gonna completely ignore that and pretend that nothing happened on that front at all. And things are behaving as they should do. I think we're gonna get this gap filled in. I think that's the general plan. We're gonna get that gap filled in. It's irritating me. There shouldn't be a gap. I know some people wouldn't care about that, but it's driving me around the bend. So we're gonna fix that. Where's her head gone? I think it was you. I think your head needs to be painted separately. There is a little bit of wiggle room there for the necklace can just about hide the seam. Maybe. Bonk the head in, then add a little bit of shade, I reckon. So we'll do that separately. Well, this arm. That will go on like that. We do love to complicate things with superfluous devices and money. Go back to the good old days of curing 3D prints in the sun, like Queen Vicky did. That's what I hear she used to do. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It does make sense. Like, I don't know. As long as it cures, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Although water wash will probably still not best. Well, this is the thing. Like, this is why I'm not massively keen on water washable. Is like, and I know it's painting everyone with the same massive brush that paints everyone else, but I know a lot of people are just quite happy eating it down the sink, and I'm not massively keen on that. That's why I don't really recommend it, because some people don't particularly care. I think we were giving her this weird knife on this. And I believe there is supposed to be a cigarette between her fingertips, but we're going to have to model one of those. Because I frankly broke it. I forgot she had it there and I just broke it. Truth be told. So we're going to have to model one in there. Mine's similar. Print it, clean IPA, soak it in hot water. Remove supports. I've never done the hot water soak. Maybe I'm missing out something there. I don't really have issues with support removal. Although saying that, the supports on these particular prints, they are kind of chunky. And maybe I should be using the water, the warm water on these ones. There's a little bit more cleanup required on these girls. Leave to drip dry on kitchen roll, that's what I do. Then cure, leave to dry if it's big like a bust. Check holes for blocks, clean again if needed in IPA. Balloon codes doesn't need waves, yes. Then plug holes with filler. Yes. You never print hollow, so you have no issue with holes. Sometimes you have to, though, surely. Like on... Well, I don't know. What's the largest thing you tend to print? Balloon code? Out of interest. I gotta finish this. It's driving around the bend, just seeing it out of the corner of my eye. Delicious. I find printing solid, you wreck the faps. Well, sometimes you don't have a massive choice. Sometimes you have to print things solid, but I don't like if I have the choice of printing stuff full fat or skinifying them and making them hollow, then I will try and hollow as much as possible. Also, I'm so sorry, that was a tiny bit of oatmeal, which was I missed. Also, it cuts down on postage costs as well, a little bit, which is always a good thing. Minis. Yeah, well, I think with the majority of minis, you can paint them solid. Like, for example, print them solid. This one, I know he's not a mini. Well, he is technically, but he's solid. This is a chunk. This is a chunk. this is a chunk as well. Beyond, I know there's a hole there, but that's not a leaky hole, a hollowing hole. Beyond this, I wouldn't feel really that comfortable printing it. For example, this bad boy's hollow. You best believe this bad boy's hollow. We did a high quality job of looking at it now, it's just so bad. We filled the holes at the bottom with some styrene sheet. We are going to cover it with filth. So tactical filth is going to save the day on that one. Going to put a layer of mud on the underneath of it, and no one's going to know except you lovely folks on Twitch and indeed YouTube that what ensued there. They are fluent code. Yes, I do agree. They are to be disposed of. However, you know, if one can make them last a little bit longer, then that is a good deal. Even if it's only like 2 or 3 more prints longer or whatever. Frankly, I'm not keen on changing the FEPs, so I just like anything to avoid doing it. What channel is this again? Hey, what's up, Ragnar? No leaky holes, just leaky. I almost said holes without the L. Now, Ragnar, I need to speak to you, okay? Because you very generously donated into this goal right here. This should actually be reading £10. The other thing was for that big artillery thing, so it got merged in. However, because you know donated, I've been feeling less like this goal. I've been feeling less kind of enamored towards it. No, it was you. Oh God, please say it was you. I've been getting the. I got. Hold on. Please don't do this to me. Have I got the wrong? I got the right name, surely. That was good. You did it. Yeah, okay, I'm either sure it was you, and I'm correct, or I'm not sure it was you, and I'm thanking you for it anyway. And the person who actually donated it is being apparently completely forgotten because my brain is so bad. Whoever kind soul it was. Anyway, I've been feeling less enamored towards the Horus Heresy 3.0. Like I like the Mark II boys, but I'm thinking, frankly, we need to just change that from Horus Heresy to something bolt actiony. You did drop some money. Okay, thank you. So I was just asking because you basically have some money in the site. I'm thinking of itching my nose, but where's OBS gone? Right. Can you see this? Yes. So I've been thinking of, well, we looked at Conflict 47, but it's not massive, not appealing enough at the moment. So what I was looking at was a juicy box set here. Well, I was looking at this one, truth be told, because it's got the paratroopers. It's got some delicious scenery, and it's got some German grenadiers and a bit of artillery as well. It is almost no. I know it's no. I know. Well, I'm still asking for an opinion. Your app's been randomly joining other streamers today. Son of a. Listen, Twitch. Seriously, it's already hard enough to grow on Twitch without you randomly putting my lovely top tier viewers in other people's streams. Please stop. Thank you very much. I'm glad someone does, Ragnar. But I'm asking, I would still like an opinion. There we go. Also, happy Monday to you. I hope you're well. Anyway, So I do think bolt action is the good move though. I mean, that's ridiculous. Stalingrad battle set, collector's edition. Flippin' Nora. Ham and Jam second edition. What's this? Oh, that's also expensive. Okay, let's... Stalin... What am I missing out here? Stalingrad, many minions and fleshy people. Oh, these are even more people. What am I missing out here? Oh, that's got more people and more scenery. So we are sticking our girl together. I was genuinely hoping to... I said on, I think, Friday's stream or Wednesday's stream that we would be painting Ultramarine today. Obviously, we're not. Obviously. And that's okay. I've got a really itchy nose. I want to sneeze. My eyes are watering. So we're not painting Ultramarine right now. Because I started putting him... I had the Banner Bearer, and I thought I had a different Lightning Claw. So I was thinking that I wanted to give the Banner Bearer a Lightning Claw rather than anything else. I don't know why, but I wanted to. And our captain, or Force Commander, is going to have a Power Axe and Storm Shield. Now, I thought I had a better Storm Shield. I only seem to have a Combat Shield, which is very frustrating. I thought I had a sort of Storm Shield for a regular geezer. I only have a Combat Shield. It's very tedious. You love bolt action? I tried to get people into it, but everyone got a hard on for the mechs and mutants. Well, this is the thing. I mean, people have been saying, "Oh, Conflict 47." Like, I saw these like spider robots. Wasn't massively impressed and moonwalked out. I'm slightly tempted by the British Commonwealth side of things. And there are a couple of robots I certainly wouldn't mind painting at some point. But there aren't nearly enough minis there that tickle the pickle, so to speak. So I thought, okay, well, bolt action is probably, bit of Second World War. It's actually sort of contemporary, not contemporary, but So I'm thinking, well, I keep eyeing up the Pegasus Bridge box set. Truth be told, because it means it gives us some Germans and also some British, and then that's a step in having two armies for bolt action. Hey, so some German tanks. Basically, I just need an excuse for some German tanks and British tanks. So we do need to change the goal to the Pegasus Bridge. You don't like it? Just doesn't hit a note for me. I mean, I do... Actually, hold on. What was the... In the 90s, there was a model kit. And I always get the name of it wrong. And it is Second World War-esque. I don't quite know what the deal is with it. It's like Second World War, but robot suits. I do really like that, but that's like, those are model kits rather than gaming systems. You demolished Jimmy in a demo game? Did you? What, in bolt action? You really like the authentic... Likewise, Gav. Jimmy not keen on getting into bolt action, then? You can use regular bolt action... Can you? Oh, well. That makes things even easier. I'm going to go and change the goal right now. I'm going to change the goal right now, then. That makes things so much easier. If I can find it, though. If being the operative word. Can change. Hold on. Pegasus. Bridge. Goal. No. Oh, that's what I'll call it for now. No. No. Goal. It's functional. It'll work. Goal. It is, unfortunately. Can I change the actual session data? Goals. That's the word, isn't it? So let's change this to... There we go. And then... Hey! There we go. Right. I mean, shoot. Excuse me. Shoot. My mighty maroon berets of the parachute regiment destroyed his Jerry nonsense. Well, that's, I mean, I just, you know, I grew up apparently on Second World War films. What's not to like? Tanks don't like RPGs and dirty German snipers don't like grenades and hedges. Why was he hiding in hedges? Hey, what's up, Wayne? How's it going? Where is it? They're on I dual stream to Twitch and YouTube, Wayne. So if you see me wittering on, and no one is chatting in YouTube and vice versa, then I'm probably chatting to the other platform as well. I do obviously interact with both. Yeah, but how are you today, Wayne? Happy Monday to you. I hope you're well. Jimmy got one of those prone sniper models and got into the gap in the hedge. Did he manage to shoot anything? So we are gluing together a PG miniature statue, by the way. We were going to be painting an ultramarine today, but as I was trying to say, I only had one lightning claw to hand, and it wasn't the one I had in mind. It had some weird attachment to the body. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to have to look on eBay or something like that for a suitable bit. Motorbiking moron. Up the street as fast as possible. I reckon that's how he does all his maneuvers. Other platform, yeah, I do YouTube as well as Twitch. Don't know if I'm allowed to say that. We're slowly painting things. Well, we did over the we have finished him. I did a Friday stream where we did a little bit more work. So if you missed Friday's last minute stream, we got this boy finished. Sort of. Yeah, we did get him finished. And this chunk right here. I'm Listen, I'm multitasking. Right? I don't think like I don't cheat. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't cheat," and they actually are cheating scum. I don't. I was about to say I generally have the good manners to dump someone first. I do. Yeah, hypothetically. That's going down a conversation and a half. Lathius, what's going on, dude? Happy Monday to you. They also don't like it up. Some of them love it up 'em. Solo. Badger secretly streaming to Kick, but also can't tell us. I don't even. Do I have a Kick account? I probably made one, and have never. I probably logged onto it once. The entire hold on. The entire population of Mars. That is an amazing name. You got the worm. I can never pronounce. I can't pronounce German words, by the way, as we all know. Got the Wehrmacht. Just starter box for BA. because it looked like two people I knew were interested in Britain and the Soviet armies, but their interest never got further than buying their kit, and you never got motivated enough to build mine as a consequence. Son of a bee sting. You need Mr. Motivator in your life. I'm not going to go that far, because that would require me wearing spandex, and frankly, that is not motivation for anything. But do you reckon you can summon some sort of motivation to get that happening? Like, maybe if we ever hit this goal, this chunky goal, we might do some, like, I don't want to say paint along necessarily, but maybe a paint along. Hair's all puffy. I'm not dumping anyone. No, I'm not dumping anyone. You're stuck with me. Not getting better, I know. We were really not doing well. That conversation, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? We were not doing well at all. That conversation was going worse and worse. I do apologize. Sounds like someone's telling porkies. When it comes to that, I can absolutely say with 100% confidence, veracity. Is that the right word? I don't actually know if veracity is the right word. I don't think it is. Anyway, I've never done that. Frankly, because I've had like I've been cheated on several times. I've learned my lesson now to be more grumpy. Maximize the grumpiness. And trusting in people. I'm rather goal-orientated. The best motivation for getting things painted for me is to feel them. So if I can't feel them, you have difficulty. That's fair enough. So what do you field? Like when you are fielding something, what are your current sort of projects and things like that? Okay, let's stick some arms on. I was watching some Sharp last night. And I was thinking to myself, you don't want to actually... You definitely want bolt action, don't I? I was like, yes. Because then they said, well, there is like, you know, pike and shot as well. Like as well. You know? There are, you know, there are all these sorts of things. I thought, oh God, I don't think I have it in me to potentially go down this route. I mean, there's obviously always the temptation to, to do, you know, something like this and probably join everyone else and do, you know, Sharp's South Essex blokies. They actually have a... They actually have a thing in here, or am I mistaken? English Civil Wars. Maybe I'm hallucinating. The Waterloo campaign. As someone who used to... I've never enjoyed history classes at school. Never enjoyed them. I just think the way the teacher taught was just not... Didn't interact with my stupid brain at the time properly. I think nowadays I'm slightly more interested in history. But it's been proper minutes since I watched Sharp. This has worked wonders for getting my Battletech miniatures painted, though. Hell yes. You got over 100 mechs painted by now? That's awesome. That is a lot of minis. Bolt action, paint 10 men. Sharp, paint 1,000. For Waterloo, it's black powder. Oh, Black Powder War. Okay, I see it. Marlborough's Wars. Hey, that's where we used to live. Wait, hold on. When is Sharp set anyway? I thought that was Napoleonic. Am I completely mistaken on that? This is why my history knowledge was so bloody bad. I get the eras constantly, but I got no idea which era is which. I get so confused. The 95th Rifles. There we go. See? Chosen Men. It's mostly Napoleonic, but I think some books are set in the Indian Wars. You know, I have read some Bernard Cornwell books in the past. But I definitely read some of his books. Were they Sharp books? I don't think they were. What else has he written? What else has he written? Books and more books. I'm going to Google. Just because I'm now confused again. Bernard Cornwell. As in India. 1800s. Enjoy my powerful knowledge. Merci. I don't. Maybe I must have been a Sharp book or two I've read in the past. Must have been. Because Rail Quest? No. Saxon Stories, Last Kingdom. Starbuck? That's American Civil War. Yeah, it must have been a couple of Sharp books. Long ago. But I watched a couple of the episodes, like series 1 and 2. Over the last few nights. It's been very enjoyable watching that. I do apologize, by the way. My history is absolutely horrific. I wish it was like... What is your arm? Is it like that? Or is it like... That just looks flat out uncomfortable. It's not even going to fit. That's definitely not going to fit. So let's... Like that. Slightly more cash. Glue her arm in. We might get some painting today. We have these boys to paint, by the way. So we might get a little bit of painting done. I don't want to... Well, we are going to get some painting done. But I just wanted to get some glue on this mini statue first. Okay, this is going to work. This is going to work, ladies. Please. Yes, you have an arm now. Yeah, because you definitely hear about Sharp's, exploits in the Indian Wars, don't you? Speaking of which, like the episode I watched last night, well, and the night before was the one with Pete Postlethwaite as what's his character? Havelock or something like that. Nasty bit of work he is. Oh, he was a nasty bit of work. And there was Liz Hurley was in last night's one, which is completely forgot she was in. Like, did some sort of acting. Okay. Make sure. Oh God. Well, that's going to be weird as it is, but. I think her armpit is basically... Where's the chair gone? She sort of chills like that, so you're not really going to be looking up the old armpit zone anyway. Unless you have a weird sort of... Sorry, armpit fetish. Well, Atheist, doesn't Liz appear in Sharp a little... Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see her at all. But I have seen Sharp in the past. Like, I grew up when they were sort of released and stuff, but I wasn't religiously watching them or something. It was great. It was fun to watch, but I never sort of got like hooked into it back then. I now feel myself getting hooked in a little bit more. Especially if, you know, Liz will make a reappearance. One funny thing is that the show Sharp's India episode is set after the Napoleonic Wars. Really? Huh. It's the first book. Well, that sets the thing, right? The tone for all of like what comes after, right? Or I should say a little bit more of no, I was very surprised as well. I was very surprised. In fact, I'd forgotten that like shows in the good old days. So I'm just looking at this little bit of, is that a rivet or a support? Like, I wasn't expecting to see boobs, truth be told. Not Ninja Finger, was it the boobs? Was it the boobs that brought you out? Thank you. Thank you so much for the 18 months, my god. 13 old, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. See, if I'd realized, I would have paid way more attention back then. Ninja Finger, thank you so much for the 18 months. Seriously, dude, that's in a row as well. Thank you so much. How are you? I hope you had a great weekend. We're just discussing... well, we were discussing Warlord games, I guess, in general. But we sort of segued into talking about Liz's boobs. Well, I mean, Sharp, I should really say. And that leg on 100%. I think that might need a little bit of remedial work. Looks slightly skew if. Whatever. Boobs? What's not to like about them? I can think of a few things, but I can't say them on channel. So. Boobs. Yeah, generally, I mean, yeah, exactly. Oh, hello. Ninja Finger, you've got a show coming up, do you not? Or have I already got my days muddled up? Oh god, she's going full on Trinity and Matrix pose. There, if I did that. Thankfully I didn't. Flipping Nora. All good here, busy work-wise, but still managing to do the odd bit of hobbying. What magnificent thing. Hell yes. No shows for 7 weeks. 7 weeks of utter stress or 7 weeks of relaxation. Ninja Finger, I suspect, knowing you, 7 weeks of stress is on the agenda in preparation for these upcoming shows. Am I vaguely correct, or are you just relaxing for a little bit and not showing anything off? So we've got her done. Obviously, we're going to do her head separately. And obviously fix this chair, but she is basically done, so to speak. So we will get her worked on, whether it's for a YouTube video or otherwise. I am really glad. Look, we have finished our little, you know, this geezer. I'm very happy about that. It's like I was generally been sort of struggling with a little paint scheme Sort of like, what the hell do we do paint scheme-wise? I kind of dig this, though. I'm digging it. We're going to do some painting now. All right. Let's move her head. It's disconcerting. You had a big one a couple of weekends back? I thought so. I thought so. Oh, bloody hell, Lathius. Be careful with those. You don't want to make a mistake on chopping those bits up. My God. Not really stressing. Just trying out a few new things. Got lots planned, but no worries if they don't happen for the show. Latest work. Let me have a look. It'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, what could go wrong? Accidentally chop the wrong bit and have to rebuy another Porphyrion. Be fine. Dude, that's a sweet looking orc. I have to get that up on the screen. But yeah, we have been, so obviously, like, we used to have a Horus Heresy 3.0 goal, but I've been generally feeling a little bit sort of about, starting to feel more and more about it. I've still got lots of Horus Heresy stuff to paint as it is. I was just thinking that box set might be like a little bit too much. So as a result, we've decided to go with some bolt action. We've changed the goal. Or at least I've changed the goal. Because building a sweet bridge and painting some Germans and paratroopers as well. That's a great goal. Anything you break, you can fix. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, Lathius. So here we go. This is a 3D printed orc with a goth orc stormboy. Warboss, excuse me. Loving the greens. I do like these greens. I do like painting an orc, and I've got a couple of orcs in front of me. One's kind of desaturated, and one is definitely more this direction of green. You gonna move? There we go. I like this print, by the way. Do you know who did the... Well, obviously... And the eye. Hello. The iris. The... thing. Oh, 200 hours? No, I'm not... Ninja thing. You might have to be very... Like, tell me what that is. Or cover it with something else. That is very true. Just cover it with something else. Look at that thick, what do they call this kind of cutting of iron and steel? Like when you see these really rough cuts with a burning device of some variety or whatever it is. Is this... Because I know, like, on tank modeling, specifically, like, I was going to say Russian tanks, and probably some... I don't think the German tanks were finished, were like this, quite so coarse. I could be really wrong on that. Highlight was bile green. May I introduce you into the best color of all time? Ninja finger. Bilious green. Even though the name is very similar. I'll click on that. Thank you very much. Grey for now. I like this. It's a good print. I like it. I dig it. Grey for now. What do we got here? Skirmish war game featuring nighttime raids in World War II. Huh. Inspired by classic war movies, as well as historical events. Oh, I've not heard about this at all. I mean, thanks. Thanks. This was done with War Games Atlantic. Okay. Shop now. 10 to 20 models aside. Field an elite force of SAS commandos to infiltrate the enemy lines under cover of darkness. Recruit SOE spies and local resistance fighters to bolster your chances. I've definitely not heard of this. Itchy nose. Huh. This is very cool. This is very cool. Thank you very much for putting... okay. Oh, it's Princess Elizabeth. Oh, wait! Hold on. Did we see that? Did I see this? Oh, I might have seen Lizzie. So I'll bring this up on the screen just so I'm not the only one. And then we can get back to, we can start painting then. Paul, hello. Flame cuts, thank you very much. I thought it was something, well, I didn't think it was like, I'd forgotten. I knew it sounded weird though. Thank you. You've been using the 200 stuff for the board game Rogue SAS Rogue Regiment. Thank you very much for all the links now. Night Shift scale models. Night Shift, I love his work. I've not, it's been a week or so since I've managed to like watch any of his things. I've been struggling with so much of the other stuff recently. I've not had time. But I do love his YouTube videos. So it was a sleepy sentry. I understand that. Yeah, I've not seen any of this. I thought that maybe I'd seen her on, like, X? Sorry, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Pretty sure I've seen her. That miniature. Charity one. Ooh, and we got some scenery as well. Objectives and casualties. Hell yes. Gas mask heads. This is very cool. I'm going to have a look at this more. Oh, hold on. Uncle Night Shift. You met him, Ninja. I really like his videos. I like his style. It's good stuff. I mean, my other favorite like hobbying YouTuber is Plasmo. I enjoy his stuff as well, but I think he doesn't. Maybe I've not been recommended his stuff in a while. I've just not managed to see anything from him recently, though. Could be me. Could be me. You met him briefly in Eindhoven? Oh, okay. There were some other Queen Elizabeth minis from either Life minis or Young Min. Okay. I'm trying to remember even if I've seen it and or just like hallucinating. Ninja. I could have hallucinated it into my imagination. Or it could have just been real. And I just saw one of those like on, you know, X or Twitter or whatever. I keep calling it X, then I keep calling it Twitter. I can't, you know, I'm not really bothered. Not settled on one or the other. I know a lot of people. So we are going to paint some jungle boyos. I think we're just going to do some trousers. Do some trouser action. Yes. We're just going to paint these with paint. So let me locate said paint. We can move her over there because she's not getting paint on her. And we were going to potentially do a little bit of, like, I don't really go in for OSL too much, but we do have to paint this as like glowy plasma. That is a little bit of green painting that we need to do. for my Dreadnought auxiliary arm. But we have some other paint I want to use before I forget it exists. Using that brush though. Ugh. You a working brush or are you the work of the devil? They also do 1/35 scale and 1/16. Oh, I've definitely seen that one. I've definitely seen that one. Because I have been on Life Miniatures or seen their product in there is is it the Pegasus? Pegasus World? Oh god, Pegaso models? Is that right? El Greco miniatures. What the hell was I going with that one? I'm pretty sure I've seen that miniature on that website. Yes, I have seen. Yeah, I have seen that. That's where I've seen her. I don't know if that's a particular one I'm thinking of though. I think it might have been the actual mini. From that game. 200 hours. Oh, 200 even. Pegaso models. Yeah. I used to go to El Greco quite a bit. And then I stopped, but for some reason, like Pegaso models, there's something about that. I think there's one in particular that they do. Okay, we're gonna have a look at this together before we start painting. And then we're getting painting. Painting is going to happen. All right, we've done some hobbying. We're going to do more hobbying in a moment. I think there's one miniature in particular that keeps catching my eye. The Templar Knight, Captain. Actually, he's new, so it wouldn't be him. Sort of samurai geezer. Wondering if there's anything. I was about to say it could have been him, but he's coming soon, so it's not him. These are all coming soon. Flippin' Nora. Oh, the Knight Hospitaller. Hospitaller. That's how I'm going to say it. That beast. Very snuff. Used to like some of the Zodiac line as Demon Princes for Warhammer. Christmas tomorrow. What? You done a few Conan-style barbarians from Pegaso? I do like this. This is very cool. It's just. Sometimes it's like just extremely well painted miniature. Maybe it wasn't. This, but I have scrolled through their things a bunch of times though. Look at this fancy lad. Yes. Problem is, I like this website. They have lots of nice minis here. They have some really nice minis here, and I just trying not. It's like temptation. I must not give in. I have to be strong. Ish. Strongish. Babby, what's up? Oh, it's very dangerous. They have some really nice minis. In fact, we're going to go back and have a look while we wait for this paint to dry. There's a miniature I keep looking at because the person did such a good paint job of it. Every time I look at it, it makes me feel sick. Sick. How was your weekend, Stabby? I hope it was well. I hope it was well. I hope you're well, and you are well. And I hope I can string a sentence together sometime. Okay, let's go through the statues. I'm hoping these are all absolutely PG. We'll go through all. I'm going to show you all the ones I like. Well, the ones I've liked. Oh God, the ones we're going to play. Very cool. That's coming soon. You have Historics Agents 15 minutes down the road in Dover. They have a huge range of minis, and I'm always tempted to... Okay, I'm going to have a look at that, Ninja. I'm going to have a look at that very soon. What? There's a... Okay. A random dog. More dogs. You should just pop in. It's just if it's just down the road. I mean, what's stopping you, Ninja Finger? No. It's all right. We all know how quickly I paint on this stream. There have been a couple of minute statues that I've wanted, and I just keep missing out on because of like. It's truth be told, it's usually like terrible timing. There's a land snake. I call them land snakes because that's how I like to say it. There's a land snake with a flammel sword. I can't remember what the long wibbly wobbly two-handed sword. You know the one I'm talking about? Yeah, good. I think it's that one. I keep missing him, and I can't remember who does it. That's the main issue. The main issue is I can't remember who does the bloody thing because I know there are lots of land snakes out there, but it's there's a particular one. Heracles and Cerberus. That's awesome. There's a particular one that I want. And I'm just frustrated I keep forgetting its name. Like, the amount of times I've Google searched various, like, different iterations of basically the same thing. It's been ridiculous. Schlagers Trommels. Yes, I don't know. Hopefully that was not swearing or anything horrific. But yes. None of them. Big Child Creatives. I suspect this is... Ooh. They have many things. So Percival. Oh, I remember this was a Kickstarter, I believe, right? Got some legionaries and things. Alana the Bloody Blade. Doppelsoldner 1520 from Ninja. Hold on. The Flambert, the Flammel Waffler. Yes, Lathius, that exact one. That exact one, the Flammel Waffler. It could have been that. Well, I don't think it was. It might. You know what? It would make my day if it was the Doppelsoldner. The double. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's gonna frustrate me because I'm gonna. I don't think it was 19. I think it was like a 75mm or whatever scale. But there were two ones. There was like a badger, with like a flammel. I think he had a flammel. No, he had a shooter, I believe. I think that one he had a musket or whatever the hell it was. Some kind of thing. I'm glad I didn't click on that. I just clicked on the girls on that one. So it wasn't the... what else would a Trommelschlager do? Well, I have no idea. I don't even know what Trommelschlager means. He's got a shooter. Signatures. It wasn't by Black Child Creatives. I do love this one, though. Got that sweet, sweet flesh on show. And also, the Swordmaster is also pretty sweet. No product. What? Okay, no products there. Epic History. It wouldn't have been in here, would it? No. Okay, so it's not them. Black Crow Miniatures. I don't believe it was them. They do have some nice minis. I keep calling them minis. Statues, busts. This geezer here. The Necromancer. Cormac the Druid. A Trommelschlager schlagers trommels. Yeah, I know, but I don't know what a trommel is or a schlager. This is the problem. It's the lack of general German language knowledge entirely. Drum trommel. Oh bloody hell! Schlag the beat. Oh, those are. Hold on. Trommel beat? What's it? So what's a... Okay, what is a... Getting very stressed here. It's a drum beater. Okay. I knew that, obviously. Yeah, no, the problem is I did find this minute, the statue I was looking for, and then I've gone and forgotten it. I've gone and forgotten... I've forgotten which company did it. And I'm very frustrated at myself about it, because like every time I remember to like going, oh god, you've got to find the miniature. You've got to find it. Find it and destroy it. And then I never bloody do. And I did find it once, and then promptly forgot about it. What are you up to today, Ragnar? Oh, that's very cool. Sweet bit of flag action. Skeletor. How are we doing? We're getting there. It's finishing at about 3 o'clock tonight, this print. So on tomorrow's stream, I will be able to show it to you. And you will be amazed. You will be... Ooh, living corpses. You'll be amazed. Maybe. I am using brown matte PLA to print it with, because I had a couple of rolls of it. So I thought, well, I'm going to use it. There's some wooden bits. Morlock, I like the Morlock one. And Orbitus. And the mounted one. Okay. We can't go through all these miniatures. No, we'll be here all bloody day. We'll get even less done than normal. But we've already started painting, so the painting stream has already begun, obviously. We have done hobbying. We've been doing hobbying all day, really. It's been non-stop hobby action. If you missed out on it, well... afraid you have only yourself to blame. But... you can remedy that by hobbying along. we got to mix some green into this. Some black, excuse me. You need a brew? Oh god, I forgot about my tea. Thank you very much. Is it cold by now? Probably. Trying to get some ancient code for a website fixed. Oh bloody hell. You thought you'd update it, it's not as easy as you thought. What sort of code is it? Is it just like sort of HTML, or is there like more back-end stuff? Not that I'll be able to offer any insight at all, because my coding knowledge is, as we know, non-existent. Node.js? Oh, bloody hell. See, I know those things. Like, I know those Node.js. In fact, I almost talked myself into trying to learn at one point. And then failed miserably, so I gave up on it. It was wishful thinking at best, I think. Did not get... Ended up buying a book or two on Node.js and, you know, watching some videos and stuff like that. Not to be. I think this wet palette may be dry. I think it is, in fact. Dry as a bone. I have to resuscitate it in a minute. We went too far the other way. It's not... Gabba, you slag! How you doing, dude? What's going on, you saucy beast? So this Outrider situation, eh? 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 Is this in preparation for your Khan? On bike? I did think I was giggling a little myself like a child. On that stream. Having just said to Connie, he was stirring it about the lack of more time. Absolute hussy. And I said, oh, we're probably going to be releasing it when they release a Khan on a bike. I was thinking Horus Heresy Khan on a bike, like the Primarch. And then that appeared, and I was like, damn it. Oh, damn it. Now they're going to release more time. Let's go, baby. I'm home and ready. You got the 3 from Indomitus still? So I've built one today. Hell yes. What? You doing White Scars? Manifest destiny. Well, I'm manifesting more time, baby. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The Sunday preview, we got we got halfway through looking at the Sunday preview and got sidetracked. But the new, because I jumped over here to look for, we never finished looking, did we? Did they? If they already sold out? Where is it? I was wondering if they'd sold out of this already. No, is the answer. Are you doing your Custodes Blade Champion? Are you going to start the bike after? Nice. How's that white armor looking? I need to get my hand on one of these sets of dice. That is what's happening on Saturday morning. I'm getting I don't normally get dice. I'm not normally fussed by them. But I am called by these ones. They lost impulses? No way. I've not looked at leaks or anything like that. I've got no idea. Son of a bee sting. Why? The Grey Knights. Look how many you get, but then again, look how small they are. Literally that big. You got bounced again? Did they lose a bunch of tanks as well, or did they gain a lot of tanks? The upgrade sprue. Terrible. Like, you get Geezer, Crow, and then a bunch of old minis. Space Growlers. Combat Tyranids. There's a book. I did like this artwork. Yes. So that is but if we go all the reveals in one place. What were we thinking about this? Oh, the emote only chat. Wait, I need to do a timer. Two minutes of emotes, ladies and jelly spoons. 2 minutes. If I can find the button. Emote only chat for 2 minutes. We'll return to this. Maybe. We remember. Yeah. 45 seconds left. I think we're only going to do one of these. One emote per chat. One emote per chat, one emote only per chat. That's okay. Oh god, that's hot again. Alright, disable. Dismiss. I think I was planning on doing this guy as a potential project, like for YouTube or something. I don't know, something. Recording it. So I'm going to remove him from the blue tack monstrosity. Stick him over here somewhere or something. Keep him out of trouble. Alright. Bit more of this green. And we got to shade it. Oh, okay. Color. That's a shade with. Righty. How far are we into this print, are we? I'm going to fire up Bamboo Studio and see exactly where we are. Only been 2 hours. We were at 70%. And we're now at, let me find out. We've gone up like one brick. 75%. We've got 9 hours and 30 minutes left. We're on layer 866 out of 1669. Nice. So 9 hours 30 minutes from now will be if it's 3:37 in the morning. So I guess on tomorrow's stream we'll get to see the printed thing. Probably stick that together and attempt to get some primer on this of some variety. Bit more of this. Hey, Reno. I know. Don't want to spoil it for anyone by saying it out loud. How you doing, Reno? What have you been up to? Oh, I'm drinking my tea. Bloody delicious. Absolutely tight. I'm absolutely cream crackered, though. Really tired. I did find out though over the weekend, like I normally like a smartwatch, not really held a huge amount of interest in the past. Really, they're not really my thing. But I did find out over the weekend that they have a hard full sensor. So I've been thinking over the weekend that it might be a good idea to get one. For the, because then it can call someone, or send someone a message if I've fallen over and basically had a seizure. Massive thunderstorm. Oh, I personally love a thunderstorm. I like the sound of the rain on the, the glass. The thunder. Thunderbolts of lightning, very, very frightening. Etc. Etc. Yeah, I love a thunderstorm. So yeah, I've been thinking about getting, I didn't realize these watches had it. I just thought they were basically for people doing running. I'm not a great runner. Never my specialty. I didn't think they had that, but I had a brief look because I saw that like some of them new ones are getting released, and the one caught my eye, so I had a look. So I reckon it might be an idea to get one, which will be weird. But yeah, so that's what I was doing over the weekend, going a bit slightly absorbed by that. Fix this wet palette situation. In fact, before I do any more painting, it's turning into a desiccated desert of depression. Yeah, it is actually completely parched. Oh god, and the paper's getting full. Oh, that might have been a bit too much water. Wait a second, I think it's too much water. As soon as I move it, it's going... No, 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 no. Oh god. No, no, no. I did that completely wrong. Oh, now we got paint underneath water. That... Not me. That's one way of reinvigorating paint. Just like completely submerge it. Okay, I think we're back. The paint didn't get completely... Because the paint was actually dry. The paint didn't sort of run everywhere. It was just like a solid mass, but now it's like slightly damp on top, so workable. Have a quick look. I'm starting to get parched as well. Even though I'm drinking tea. It's getting hot in here. I can't take off all my clothes. You? No. Nope. Alright. We need to get some Lauren Laverne Green. Alright. We have it. 76%. Hey! This printer's maneuvering in the right direction. Looking good, honestly. Like, I don't know if we'll be painting it tomorrow, because I need to get some decent pictures of it before we get to the painting situation. But it is going to be fun to paint. I mean, whether or not we do that as a YouTube video, well, we'll just have to print. We'll have to print out another bit. Very watery paint. Wait a little bit. Oh. Time is it? 6:20. Flipping Nora. The stream is going. Oof. All right. So just wait longer for those paints to dry. Hey Praxis, how you doing today? Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you very much. Well, these minis have been lurking, shall we say. They've been on the side, just waiting for quite a while now. We sort of dabbled some paint on them, but we'd sort of given up when we got to the green part of it. And I thought, well, we've glued something together today. We need to do a little bit of painting. So here we are. What have you been up to? Consistency of the paint is a little bit too watery at the moment. It's slightly irritating me. Hopefully we'll get things smoothed out a little bit. Did you do the Saturnine? No. I basically stopped it. The goal, at least. Well, obviously, we had the goal up there. I thought, well, there wasn't a huge amount of kind of like, you know, people weren't always talking about sort of Horus Heresy, so I thought, you know what, I'm not massively kind of, my interest in it was not as much as it was for Horus Heresy 2.0. It kind of nosedived for me, in fact. I don't know why. Saying that, I will definitely be painting some Mark II Space Marines at some point. So I thought, you know what, we'll try the bolt action. See where that takes us. You love the flesh tone? Well, thank you. I do enjoy painting skin. I'm certainly not amazing at it, but I do really enjoy it. Like when it's going well, sometimes it's a complete disaster, truth be told, and it's just it's a case of either just ignoring how bad it is and just continuing to paint, hoping that it'll sort of pull itself together, or just like ignoring it and never looking at the miniature again. Yeah, I do like that armor, but it's just like my interest in it was waning, unfortunately. Like I've certainly enjoyed painting 3D print. So he's finished. I need to get decent photos for him. But this mini's finished. And obviously he's not legit, but it was an enjoyable mini to paint. And I fully suspect I will paint probably like 3 of those proper Terminators at some point, just not yet. You built a Custodes army that works all GW games. Kill team. Hey, that's great. Having an army which does like multiple different things, like different game types, is a great thing, definitely. Yeah, I really enjoy painting my Imperial Fists. I'm looking forward to getting back to them. It's just a matter of like figuring out when. It's not been my greatest strong point. Like over the weekend, I finally, my patience with my phone finally evaporated. And I started looking for replacements and stuff like that. And that absorbed all my weekends. So stuff that I was planning on doing didn't happen. However, so in case you're not familiar with bolt action, which just to clarify, I'm also not that familiar with it, but I am vaguely familiar with WW2. And I have a hankering really to collect some Germans and paint some tanks. However, I saw this bit of scenery and I thought, ooh, Betty. And it's part of a box set. You get some infantry, some paratroopers and German grenadiers, and then some sweet scenery. And I thought, well, we'll change the goal over, see how that takes us, see where we go with that one. I feel that I've perpetually half completed Black Templar army, and all your Votan are just base coated in the color I want their armor to be. Lots to do. Well, I do have some Black Templar as well. They've not even started, but it looks like they have. They've got a new combat patrol coming up, which is going to replace this old one. So there are still these. Normally we get to this point, and these start to rapidly disappear, like with the sort of sign of a new one coming out. Like the old one disappears quite quickly, but it's not really been the case this time around. Kind of the new one coming up. Well, I looked at it and thought, well, it seems like quite a good one. Like, you get 2 of them, fine, you get 2 Emperor's Champions, sell it or convert it into something else. But then you get 10, so then you get 6 Blade Veterans, 10 Sword Brethren, and then 2 Crusader Squads, which I thought was quite good. The units in the new box are kind of lackluster. Oh, okay. I think it's a squad of Crusaders, some flamethrowers. Yeah, no, I will show you the new one because we did get to here. That's the Grey Knights. That is very lackluster. Oh, this is the Battle Force. Excuse me, I got confused. That's the Battle Force. That's the Combat Patrol. My bad. The new Combat Patrol. Emperor's Champion. 3 Blade Guard Veterans, wherever they are. Back. That's 2 of them. Am I missing a third? Where's the third one? Anyway, there's 3 of them. 5 Sword Brethren and 10 Crusaders. Yeah. So I mean, looking at it from a not, you know, like, I'm going to say from an out. Oh, there's the other sword blade veteran. From my point of view, it seems like a good set to potentially get 2 of. Like, yeah, you're fine. You'll end up with 2 Emperor's Champions. You could sell that or convert it or just or indeed paint it up for a competition or something, whatever. It's not massively. I don't think this particular miniature is a massive disaster getting 2 of them, but it seems like, you know, 2 squads of sword brethren, 2 Crusader squads, and then 6 of these geezers. That seems pretty good to me. That Impulsor is going to be missed. Yeah, did you? Someone said earlier that it sounds like the Impulsor had been removed from their codex. Is that correct? Do you see that as well, or? I mean, the Impulsor only carries 6 people, right? It always seemed like a weird one to me. I thought the Impulsor should carry more and the Repulsor should carry less, but I don't know. You heard that as well? Oh, correct. I mean, the Impulsor's transport. Sure. What? Are they going to be made to foot slog all the way across the battlefield to repent for their, you know? It has a handy melter can. Yeah, exactly. I do apologize, by the way, in case you can hear anything in the background. The 3D printer's firing up. We've got this going. We're printing this at the moment. It's a... We're 77% into the print. We've got 9 hours left. Big print. I need the air conditioner on. I'm melting. Flipping Nora. Lathius. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that is very cool, literally. Oh! You're still playing 9th? Oh, that's fair enough. You got to do those 6-inch moves into fire. Well, I mean, it makes sense, like, you know, repenting your way into oncoming bullets and things. That's kind of cool. It also it's also like verging on like Death Guard. It's like trudging forward into the onslaught of bullets and hoping their armor and just trusting in their armor. They changed it so you could fit squads of so 7. Okay, that makes sense. So you get 6 Blade Geezers and Emperor's Champion and just exit and chop everything up to bits. Although, did the Impulsor... It doesn't have an assault ramp, does it? So you can't just drive up to some naughty people, get out and start chopping. You gotta drive up to some naughty people, exit, and then weather the stuff, right? Is that the move? Not a fan of what they did in 10th. That's fair enough. Like I know nothing about what they did. The only time I sort of hear rules is when I watch a battle report. I am keen on watching a battle report, like Winter's SEO. Occasional bit of tabletop tactics, etc. And that's about it. No, that's not about it. There are a few others out there. But I think like the other ones mainly do Horus Heresy. It doesn't need a LAN raider. Yeah, exactly. So why make it like... But then if you got a LAN raider, you think, well, you want to jam it full of Terminators, surely, with, you know, Lightning Claws and Power Fists, etc. Surely. You think it has a... Because I could have sworn it didn't. But like I said, I don't play the game, so who knows? I don't know, is what I'm saying. I'm absolutely parched. I tell you what, bed tonight is going to be very early. Early bed. It's got a firing deck, useless for Templars. Yeah, exactly. Like for Blade Guard Veteran, like I'm thinking of Blade Guard Veteran and some, you know, geezer. Like I don't think the Blade Guard Veterans are massively wild about their shooting. I think they're more interested in inserting their swords into people. Maybe turn it into a floating flamethrower of doom. I mean, you added the word of doom on it. I think that's always a good move anyway. Inserting flaming weapons into people is always a good time. Sounds horrific, but it is. I'm very pro flame weapons. Like, obviously not in reality. Unless, of course, maybe there was like a xenomorph infestation. Like in Aliens. Then I'm all about it. Although nuclear... Hudson had the right idea, frankly. Nuking the site from orbit is the best way. We do have some... We got to tart up some of this skin. It's not great. Is Alien Earth out yet? I have no idea. For the longest... I don't even know. In the good old days, I would have been keeping my, you know, fingers on the pulse of it, but I'm not. Like, those days have unfortunately kind of gone. Which sucks, because I love Aliens and Alien. Kind of a lot. Lost track, yeah. It's just... Did you see the last one, Alien Thingamajiggle? Was it Romulus? Is that what it was called? It could well have been Romulus. I don't know. Oh, you stupid thing. Completely ruined everything. This stupid leather shoulder strap thing ruined everything. Losing it. Losing it. You gotta jump. Thank you very much, Praxis. You have a lovely rest of your evening. I'm back tomorrow. It's 4 o'clock UK time for our Tuesday stream. Hopefully I'll have a nice bit of scenery to show you. It is coming along, as I said earlier. It's like 76%. So as long as it behaves itself and stays on target, it's gonna be great. Have a good one. Toodly pip. You've seen up to the one where the robot dude gets his hands on a colony ship. Is God. Is that the second one? I don't even know. I can't even remember with the Aliens films. Really, like, not how I was expecting that series to go, but okay. They should have really checked in on me and asked my opinions. So I have the correct opinions. Hey, Reno. That's the second Prometheus film. Yes. That's the one. And it's called something, isn't it? It's called I've definitely called something. Alien Covenant. Thank you so much. My brain is really not doing. I can barely hear the music. I just keep zoning out. Thank God this loud bit was here. Burr, 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 burr. We may have to come in and reshade things, I think. I think that's the best move. Definitely recolor it, reshading some bits. Need it with a smaller brush. Oi. You know, in future, I don't think this is the way I'm going to be doing this. I think I'll be just airbrushing them. And then shading down. Like, starting up from white has not been the greatest experience. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you'll do white. No, not this time. It's going to flat out airbrush them. And then shade down individually. That's my preferred way. I don't know why I did it like this. This has been... somewhat unpleasant painting. However, persevere and make it work. Impulsor is 6. 5-man squad in the car. Okay. That sucks. If you wanted to take a 6-man squad of Blade veterans and a geezer. I mean, I do understand, like, the 6. But ever since see, this is why GW shouldn't have gone down this route of, like, 3-man squads. They should have just left it as, like, 5-man squads. I know that means more plastic and less profit. Frankly, they should have just left it as rhinos. Just like 10-man vehicles. Well, actually, no, they changed that, didn't they? Rhinos are what, 11? Is it 11? I don't know, I can't even remember. I'm feeling absolutely cream cracker today. Really not, been very stressful. Well, it's not been stressful, I'm just, like, very tired. It's not helping any. I'm mostly blaming the fact that my phone died. My phone died and my alarm didn't go off, and then, like, everything on Sunday was a disaster. Absolute disaster. We had rain. Had some event going on outside in the square, which wasn't too horrific, but then they compounded that by setting up early. And then also starting to tear down some of it this morning very early as well, on top of that. So it's been rather tired, and frankly, I'm just really looking forward to food, shower, watch some rubbish on TV for an hour, then I don't know what we'll do. Something. Then pass out. Oh. Oh, hold on. There's a thing we have to look at. Let me get the lid. Ladies and jelly spoons. We have to look at something. Oh, where are we? Let me refresh this page. Hopefully it's going to appear. Normal one is 7. Combat Patrol is 6. Huh. There we go. Folks. Global Warhammer Store Celebration! There is a man! A man with a fist and a gun. That is very bananas. Is that to cut down on, like, 6-man squads of Blade Guard veterans and some absolute close combat blender just going into something and just mulching everything? That's what I reckon. They reckon probably 3 Blade Guard veteran, like, that's fine, but 6 and a geezer? A little bit too much. We've got huge milestones with Captain Centos right here. Captain Centos. Not a centaur. Close to 100? This combat, I have no idea. Well, the Black Templars one has the Emperor's Champ, and that's it. Character-wise. May have finally resolved the printer. Hell yes, Solo. That's fantastic. What do you think it is? But look. With over 500 Warhammer stores between North America and Europe, and 30 years of Warhammer stores in Australia. Good old Dinosaur Island. I don't know what that accent was. Not Australian. It's time for a big old celebratory shindig, which means cool stuff, including Captain Centos himself. Alright, it's time for a sweet cape with next to no detailing. Got a little bit of ivy or whatever. Or laurel, excuse me. If you want to get the good captain to your collection, he will be available exclusively from Warhammer stores during this celebration. He's available while stocks last, but he's not all that will be available in stores. More time. More time, baby. That's what's happening. It's not what's happening. While you're there, you can secure a collector's pin badge for free. And you can earn a commemorative coin by spending over 60 quid. Or local equivalent in store. Both items are available while stocks last. So this is one party you don't want to be fashionably late to. Less time. Damn it. This celebration is on Saturday the 9th of August. It's going into my phone, I'm sorry. Bad, but, go to Warhams. Yes. I got it in my phone. Let's go to Warhams. I remember seeing that guy a while back and assuming it was Pedro. Oh, that's what I thought as well. When I glimpsed it without reading the title, I thought, Pedro, surely. So I'm going to have to get two, obviously, because they're, well, three. One's keeping the box, and then there are two helmet and de-helmeted versions. And there's your store finder. So that is it. What do we like this miniature? Do we like it? But I do like the captain with the power fist. I think, especially with the hazard stripes, I do think it's very cool. You increased the exposure and reduced it to 0.3 layer height. Yes, and added tons of supports. Well, that'll definitely help. That'll definitely help. I like it as a base for a conversion. Gabba, you know what my thought was when you said that? It's terrible. But my idea right then was standing up next to a bike with his foot on the saddle. Just like, not doing pelvic thrusts. But basically just like he's getting his leg up. Just resting on there. And just like, I don't know. I don't know if he'd be able to move his... I don't know if he'd be able to get his leg up onto the saddle or not. Power thrusting. Yeah, exactly. Just like pulling the trigger and power thrust. You know, what was that bloody film? And he was like... Every time he shot, he was sort of doing some rather powerful thrusting. Shot a gun, I should clarify. Just to clarify that, because that could have gone very weird. Or I should have just left it, just be awkward. When they were showing the Primaris Marines in the reveals, I was hoping we get a Pedro. It would be nice. It would be nice to get some Crimson Fists. Right? Obviously, I'm down with the Ultramarines, that goes without saying. I mean, he could easily be converted. Like, there's nothing specifically ultramarine-y about it, right? Obviously, I would love it if there was nothing but ultramarine bits all over the place. Not on the floor before you say it. But there's nothing specifically ultramarine-y carved into it. Yeah, I mean, the laurel wreath thing. I mean, that's kind of ultramarine-y, but it's also generic enough that it could be everyone. Might try and get one. Get 3, Lathius. Probably going to be like 30 quid. Yeah, just spend almost 100 quid on 3 minis. Do it. I would like to get 3, only because I could keep one in storage, one for my Imperial Fists, or one for my Ultramarines, and then do a conversion for another one. Probably just get 2, and even then go, God, it was 60 quid for 2 miniatures. What is this Kingdom Death? Yeah, I know. That's why, like, Kingdom Death never really appealed. Like, I know everyone was creaming their underwear about it, but I just was not... It was not for me. You know what I mean? Like if I want sort of nasty miniatures and stuff like that, then I will go to Bestiarum miniatures, which are way better. Way better. What's up, Avian? How you doing, dude? I see you getting a leg up in the world. Yes. Yes. You have a bunch of KD early stuff in the board game is a good play, but they got shafted by imports. Yeah, I mean, that's... Unfortunately, that sort of stuff is completely out of anyone's control. You know? Which does always, like, ruin things for a lot of people. And that sucks. Like, I know, you know, GW's like importing into America and like horrific fees over in Australia and New Zealand. I got to a point where postage and customs combined would be more than... Well, this is the thing, Laphius. I've never been that enamored with the amount of like cost it would cost. And also, I'm not massively, like, I wasn't massively impressed by that many of their things. Truth be told, like, they didn't really do it for me. Or in fact, we can go. I can go and have a grumble. We can have a look at this. Let's remind myself of what I'm maybe not missing out on. Hopefully, just go on all the. You were dry as the Gobi Desert. What? I got to a point. This was years ago, back before the recent tariff. Oh God, really? Yeah, like some of their stuff, like some of them things, I would be lying if I said I didn't like some of their things. I don't want to give the impression I despise everything on this planet. But generally, like a lot of it's just like, not as magnificent as like people make out. Plus, it's all sold out. I mean, they talk about GW selling out all the time, but come on now, come on, seriously. Let's click on a miniature, shall we? Probably not click on those ones though, shall we? We're not going to click on the pinups, right? Oh yeah. I don't know if any of this to do with the game, or are these just an excuse for half-naked ladies and an occasional half-naked dude. They don't have the owlers you want. No, well, they don't seem to have anything, unfortunately. So, anyway, I don't feel like I missed out on anything, so it's all right. Well, I do, Avian, but you know, I'm not interested in paying that sort of price for something I could get elsewhere from another company. You know, it's one of those things, really, isn't it? How was your weekend, Avian? I hope it was good. The pinups are separate. Pretty much everything else can be used in the game. But that's what I thought. But like, they need to actually have. They need to take some lessons from GW. get stuff in stock so they can sell it. That was a lie. GW also need to get stuff in stock. I don't know what's going on there. It's very tedious. What's up, Fat Man's Kitchen? Hello, how you doing today? They do make the rocking world go around, yes. To an extent, there is a maximum degree of fatness, in my humble opinion. And yeah, they often sell out on release, much smaller. Well, I know, Lathius, but it's no excuse. No excuse. they're obviously doing well. They could have ramped up their things by now. It's not like it's been going on for like half a year. Or maybe they have been going on for half a year and they really are a small company. What company is that? I have no idea, Avian. But there are plenty of other miniatures out there of like women with their ass hanging out. You know? Pin-up style. It's nothing particularly magnificent. That company in that regard. It was okay. Just okay. Wasn't magnificent. Come on now. Half of her back in stock. I know, Fat Man's Cage. Bloody, it's a disaster. They still have a 10-year-old Kickstarter that's still delivering. They're suffering from being... I was just about to say, I'm glad you brought up Chris Roberts. Yeah. They're working with Chris Roberts. Well, maybe they got the same sort of, like, program director ordering them about, saying, this is what you got to monetize. Yeah, this is what you got to put your money into. Hold on, Latius. My eye just scrolled up to the top of the screen, and I just caught your message about being... The monsters are generally a little too penis heavy for you. What about a lightweight penis? That'd be slightly better. They have problems with content creep. They over-deliver like crazy on their board game stuff. I don't know. Like, I missed out on the Kickstarter, I guess. Or I missed out whenever that happened, or whatever. And I never really got into it after that either, so that's why I've never painted it. We do have you know, her to paint. We got her to paint at some time. We do have her head as well. Kept on getting free stuff. Well, free stuff's lovely. Free stuff is like never good. I would not even complain about getting free stuff of that. But I wouldn't pay for it. Like, I'm not sold, you know. Maybe I need to get lots of free stuff, and then I'll come around to it. We are talking Kingdom Death, yeah. Fluent Code, tell us the things. Haha 2.0 rulebooks are selling out all over. Really? Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, like, we have, obviously you might have changed that, you might have realized we have changed the goal. Goalposts have changed. Right? We're talking bolt action, Pegasus Bridge 2nd edition. I was pondering it over the weekend. Like, I'd be... Horus Heresy 3.0 isn't really speaking to me like 2.0 did. While I certainly will get the Mark II armored geezers and that chaplain type, whatever that whatever that thing is, I'll get one of those. But we're going to do some bolt action, baby. Or we got a bolt action goal. Hence the donation goal change. The mention of penis monsters, yes. That might be a giveaway. You're not sold on that bridge? I am. I'm very sold on it. Unless there's like a 3D... Hold on. Before we get too side, I'm going to Google. There must be a 3D printed Pegasus bridge. It looks like there's an entire street. Yes. Yes, there is. But is it... What scale is it? 25 times 64%. So they do have like a... Well, I honestly like the bridge. I mean, I could potentially get these as, like, these buildings separately. There's the actual Bridge of Doom. Potentially get these separately. I'm not following this. Who is this person? GW seems to have plenty of books and boxes. There's a problem with... I don't know, Avian. Like, I'm not massively sold on it at all. Like, I'm like my thoughts on 3.0 have just gone completely wavered. My initial thoughts were like, "Ooh, yes, new stuff," and then I thought, "Ooh, no," and then it was like, "Ooh, yes, we like this," and that's when I did the goal. And then I realized, actually, it's not for me. I'm just very happy with like the looks of keeping focused on the 2.0 rules, etc. Not that I'm going to play the game, but like army building side of things. GW have changed their supply chain for Ephilogus. Is that what's happened? Yeah, I know some companies have definitely suffered with like getting like 10 boxes or something or whatever, or something similar for a large release, and just like completely ruining things for the Ephilogus. Why am I not following this person? Let me remedy that. I'm sure they're going to be very grateful that I'm following them. To the point where more and more are stocking lots of... Well, the thing is, there are lots of things which aren't GW. Like, you've got to have... is it competition is the word I'm looking for? Otherwise, your company will just go stagnant and just... You know, not try to improve. King Tiger? Yes, so do I. Well, exactly, Fluent Code, exactly. Like, you need that. Anyway, which is basically why I'm, like, obviously very happy with the miniatures that I have already. But I thought we would have a look at Warlord Games, just down the road from GW. Instead, look at some bolt action. Get some contemporary stuff. I say contemporary, you know, Second World War. Tanks and things. Do some shooty stuff there. I need to make next Tiger Day. Where is that held? I need to figure out optimum ways of laying out a print plate for an FDM printer. For a... whatever that is. FDM, I think. I get the words. Don't let James Wilhelm hear you. Listen, I'm always going... GW would have to do something majorly weird for me to completely go off them. Truth be told. Because, like, it's like... since 1989, 1990, they've been provided the most amount of hobby action for me. So I have to really do something nefarious or something like that for me to completely go, I'm never going to go near them again. However, spread one's wings a little bit. Thank me. Oh, yeah. Bovington. Bovington? Yeah. I've been there one time. About an hour away, you should do it. Latius, do it. They have the only running... Really? Holy moly. That should definitely be a thing then. What makes the King Tiger good? They're just like... I googled it, and the bloody AI, you know the sort of thing at the top of GW, Google says, AI overview. They completely dropped the ball on this. We got the Tiger King. Not the King Tiger. That was the one in Fury. Oh, it's that one. Yeah. I see it's got the Zimmerit on. I want to know, as I understand it, like, Zimmerit is made of stuff. And pine resin? Like, what the... I don't understand how some of these concoctions are made up. Like, who thinks to think, oh yeah, we need some pine resin or something in here. I'll really make the mixture, I guess, sticky. Is what that was for, but maybe... World of Tanks. Maybe that's what the pine resin was for, but who knows? It was facilitated and funded by the World of Tanks. Bloody hell. That's pretty awesome. And they say games don't do any good. Tankfest 2025. It's now sold out. Oh, we missed it anyway. So Tankfest 2026, I guess, is going to be the one. Bit of a beast. I need to figure out what green we're slapping on. I think we've done with Lauren Laverne Forest. Straken Green is the one we're doing right at the moment, if I can. I can. Bloody hell, this printer is putting out the heat as well. Currently, 220 nozzle, 55 temperature for the base plate, and the room inside the enclosure is like 39 Celsius. It's 8 hours 10 minutes, and we're at 79% of our way through it. I've got to keep my thumb well away off that stop button before accidentally terminating the print, which would be horrifying. Something we definitely don't need to happen. That's dry. Thankfully, won't take too long in this room. time is it? Definitely. So you can crack it. We have got some painting done, which is some painting. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, as I said before, we're definitely going to shade, like, well, as I said before, we're definitely not going to be painting these boys like this again. Definitely going to be straight through the airbrush. We did it via contrast paint this time around. Just because I was curious to see how it would. Honestly, I'm still not happy with this at all. In future, we'll definitely be using the airbrush to get the base color of the green down correctly. And the right tone of green as well. This print is going to be finishing at 3:30 in the morning, which is bananas. Very interesting. Not that we'll be stopping it at that time, but tomorrow morning we'll remove it from the plate. Probably glue it together on stream to make. I'll clean it up before stream, make sure it's suitable. And then glue it together on stream. Get some photos of it at some point. But yeah, tonight I think I'm definitely going to showering, food, watch some TV for an hour, then try and get some work done, and then probably watch a little bit of Sharp at the same time. Probably series 2, episode 4, I think we're on now. We do have some blending to do on these trousers. Some of this like painting has not been great. Such is life. Get this phone situation organized, so it's exciting. I'm not happy about that. the heck? Yeah, we are going to have to come back and reshade these things. The music stopped, didn't it? Hey Rocky, how's it going? How you doing today? Happy Monday. I just realised the music stopped. I've just been completely zoned out, unfortunately. So I was going to listen to the very... Listen to it all over again. Well, not all of it. That would be bananas. Completely zoned out. Room is very, very warm and it's not helping my concentration at all. It says... I don't know why BadgerBots... I mean, the thing is... I have BadgerBot running. I can see it running. It says there's a new release, which I haven't downloaded because, frankly, I've got to just stop using this bot entirely. It's just not really serving any purpose at this point. Is it time to go to the fainting catch? I mean, almost. It's not quite, but we're getting close to it. Yes. What do you call a happy cowboy? I don't know. I'm something smutty, hopefully. Sorry, Zombella. What? Happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. How you doing? What is the answer to the happy cowboy situation? A Jolly Rancher. Fantastic. I've not had one of those in quite a while. I'll have to get my hands on one. Note, I don't want you to go to the fainting... No, I don't want to go to the fainting couch either. We won't be. We won't be at all. Don't worry. Not going to happen. We got to work on these quads. This guy's quads need work. I'm dealing with a tummy ache. Flipping Nora Zombella. You gotta look after yourself, alright? Do you know what's induced this tummy ache? I'm awake. I'm awake, Zombella. I'm awake. I don't have any tea. The tea situation is freaking catastrophe. I hashtag appreciate you tossing that gem out there. But yes, look after yourself. I am slowly melting. Between all these lights and the 3D printer right there, just going all non-stop. Gonna get there eventually. Psh, I had cheese on Saturday. I think I'm just dealing with that, or maybe just stress. Well, cheese, I mean, I know there is a cheese situation. Stress is bloody nightmare. Dealing with stress alone is enough of a problem. I mean, I don't even know what to suggest. I was going to say a lemon sorbet. Or a mango sorbet. Or mango sorbet. Blackcurrant sorbet. Amazing. Zero lactose, zero cheese. Hopefully in the sorbet as well. Please, okay, I will. Well, I will hydrate once the tea once we make more tea. There's water in the tea. It's gonna be great. A cheese situation. You know what? I'm surprised they haven't come up with that already. You just had some bone broth. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I've not had that before though. Got no idea. I have heard people say that that's good stuff though. I can't remember. When did I hear that last, in fact? I was watching something just the other day and someone was banging on about it. Was it a YouTube video or was it like a TV thing? Was it a TV? I don't really watch enough. I know I say I watch TV. Like I watch I watch a spy thriller. Like I watch one of those. It's usually an hour, like couple of nights a week. That's about it for TV, me and TV. We don't have a thing going on. It's very rich and good for you. Just like I like my, you know what I'm talking about. No ramen in your bone broth. Have it on hand because I eat a lot of ramen. Oh, okay. I can't remember the last time I had that. Decades, probably. Probably when I was living in the States. I reckon that might have been the last time. Sorry, 2002. 23 years, baby. Zombella, yeah, she did. She's psychic. Just sipped on a cuppa. Male lovers. Wait, what? You're gonna have to. I'm not gonna say anything in my brain. You're gonna have to spell it out, well, within reason. Alright. Let's go. I can't remember. Oh, this bloke's leg. Very dodgy. You said you like it rich and full? I didn't waffle on. Hey. No. Women can be rich and full of stuff, I suppose. I don't know. Whatever I was going for in that particular situation. Yeah. No male lovers for me. Zombella, look after yourself. I hope you feel better ASAP. Thank you very much for swinging by. Thank you for the joke. As always. Right. We got it. A bit of... I don't know. I'm not massively keen on this. Things I'm not massively keen on. It's behaving. Almost up to the pointy bit of the roof. No judgment. No. Likewise. Well, of course. You. I can't wait to get out of this room. I cannot wait to get out of this room. I'm really suffering. I reckon we can continue working on these guys tomorrow, though. That would be nice. It would be nice to get them kind of... Like, they're not... like, there's not huge amount to do, really. The weaponry... We'll just do black. Easy peasy. We've got these bits of bug situation going on. We've gone with yellow. I really hope I wasn't planning on doing a hiccup hazard stripes, but I suspect that's exactly what I was thinking of. Got leather boots to do. We started some leather boots there. We're going for dark brown. I think that's probably wildwood. So we have three more boots to do and a robo leg. So I reckon we can probably finish these guys potentially, assuming we don't chat too much. Big assumption, admittedly, but I think this is our like prototype kind of paint for this. So we just have to run these things. This green is... Yeah, I was not enjoying painting this green, truth be told, at the moment. Paint is a little bit too watery, not helping. And over the contrast paint, like normally I'm quite happy painting over contrast paint, but I've not been enjoying it too much. What was that a noise? What was what noise? Did I make a noise? I doubt it. I don't make noises. It could have been the 3D printer. It could have been the 3D printer making a noise. Truth be told. Where's the mouse there? There's the mouse. So, we have changed the goal from Horus Heresy 3.0 to what it is now. Pegasus Bridge box set from Bolt Action. That was some singing from me, so there we go. You can enjoy that. Let me have a little butchers. Yeah, tomorrow we should have, hopefully that house is, well, it's finishing at 3:30 this morning, as I've said many times. I'll clean it and stuff. We can glue it together on stream. We can have a look at it like post print, basically, and then glue it together and have a nice little building. And then either we'll turn that one into a YouTube video, or the next one will be a YouTube video. Either or, whatever, doesn't matter. We'll have something nice do in that regard. Let me just have a little look-see. Ooh! Tell you what, I am absolutely somewhat tired. I don't mind sharing that with you. We are going to have a little look-see. I do need to write a blog post on my website, finally, about commissions being sort of open, so to speak. So get that written. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Work on that and probably do that tomorrow morning as well. And then that will be a great thing. Potentially start getting some sort of commissions in here and there and potentially everywhere. Not seeing anyone massively leaping out towards like a raiding situation, which is interesting. By the way, I will do the actually, I was going to reach over there and press a button, but I forgot. Between thinking about it and moving, I've lost track of what the hell I was going to do. Let me see. Who have I not raided in ages? Donkey's years. Well, go and say hello to Lucian. Hello. You saw the beast. Caught me as we're about to raid. I hope you're well, though. Happy Monday. I hope you had a magnificent weekend and all that kind of good, sexy stuff. There's a thing to copy and paste. If you're on Twitch, if you're not on Twitch, you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, we are ending the stream. I'd like to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I am back tomorrow at 4 o'clock UK time. We've got the big old print will appear on stream tomorrow, so we'll glue that together and have something to paint. And yes, obviously we have changed the main goal. That has changed to bolt action, so hopefully we can make some progress on that. And maybe paint some army boys and some army scenery sort of stuff. But let's go and raid Beyond the Boxer. What is he up to before I start going in there? Moon Day. Hopefully he's not going to moon us when we go in. Let's get this raid underway, though. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. Thank you very much for sweet, sweet biddies, and I will see you on tomorrow's stream. Goodbye.